Yeah, I came up with the idea of the Career Caddie. One, I didn't come up with the name, so I got to be full transparency here. My wife did, because I don't actually play golf, and so I would never have come up with this name. But I think it resonates well because when I learned more about what a caddy does for a golfer, I thought it was like, this is great for a professional, especially somebody coming out of public accounting, to have somebody kind of whispering into their ear and directing them on their career path. So the reason I came up with the Career Caddy, or the origin of the business, was just kind of a buildup of my professional experience over the last 15, 17 years. I started my career in public accounting. I did both audit and tax. And I'm still recovering. I'll be honest. I personally did not enjoy doing audit and tax, but I saw the value of the experience in public accounting and audit and tax, and the professional get in a public accounting firm. But I wanted a position in a professional career that was going to be way more interacting with professionals and actually probably helping them with their career. And so I quickly moved into HR. And so I have a background in campus recruiting for one of the big four accounting firms. I worked for a global executive search firm, helping big four accountants leave public accounting and go into industry. And then I started my own search firm. And then I found my way into academia, and I was a professor at two universities, Baylor University and SMU.
Yeah, Sick Bears.
Yes, Sick Bears. That's where we met.
Yeah.
And my wife and I wanted to get back to Dallas, and so I transferred up to SMU. And then most recently, I was at Toyota North America, and I had the opportunity to lead an executive succession plan for North America. And so that was a great experience. And so I took my experience with, public accounting, recruiting, executive search, and now leadership development. And I came up with this idea that, gosh, it's not unusual, and it's very socially acceptable for executives to have coaches, if you will, even a caddy. But nobody really thinks about having younger professionals having that intentional coach or caddy to help guide them through their career. And that's such an integral and important part of somebody's career early on in defining where they want to go. Yeah. And we have lots of questions, right? I know I had lots of questions early in my career, and I didn't really know who to turn to or ask for guidance. And so I thought, hey, there's a real opportunity and a need. And so I jumped in.
Yeah. And just so people know, it ties into how Anthony and I met, because, I was at Baylor in the accounting program. I was kind of a confused accountant. I had a lot of different interests. I realized it became evident that Anthony was kind of the go-to for career counseling within the Baylor accounting department. So not only myself, but a ton of other, of my classmates would always go to Anthony for advice. Anthony and I kept in touch and became good friends. But people still have not stopped going to Anthony for advice. It just goes to show, there is a lot of people are wondering, who can I talk to about how to transition in my career? What if, there's a ton of questions, and we're going to get to some of them later, but having that experienced person to kind of bounce back and forth, it's very evident that there's a need for it. So yeah, Anthony's kind of the rock star in that realm.